episode here, man. We got a game 7 in the NBA Finals, man. Uh, you already know what the deal is. It's your boy Bryce. I'm joined by no other than my brother
Tariq.
Tariq. Our first game 7 in the NBA Finals since 2016. Yeah, we all know how that one went down. The cap last game 7 was the famous 3-1 comeback led by LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Love. Um, Getting the Cleveland Cavaliers their first championship as a franchise, ending the title drought for the city of Cleveland. It was a special moment, big moment. Definitely lived up to the hype. I vividly remember watching this game at the crib with my folks, and it was just a special moment, man. Game 7s just always fun. Um, it's fun when your team is in it. I'll say that. I'll say that because I got
That's a
reminded
fact.
of the Game 7 anniversary a couple days ago that involved my team. But nevertheless, though, we got an exciting Game 7 in this exciting series. Which is funny because we both thought this series is over 6. Like we both thought for sure that the Thunder was going to take care of business and win Game 6 on the road, but that was not the case. I mean, it looked like that was the case to start the game off, but ultimately momentum shifted, and the Pacers just took control of that game. Um, really took control of that game heading into the second half, and then picking up where they left off in the second half and cruising to the victory in the to end the game. But Tariq, what are your thoughts on this Game 7 matchup that we have between the Indiana Pacers and the Oklahoma City Thunder in Oklahoma City?
Not nervous because my team's not in it, but like a weird nervousness, if that makes sense. Just because you never know what happened in the game 7.
Mm-hmm.
And I know what narratives are going to be pushed just
Mm-hmm.
depending on what happens. And that
Mm-hmm.
there's always like I think that comes with sports and things that comes with championships. And somebody's got to lose, somebody's got to win. And depending on how one team loses or one team wins, the narrative is either really high this way or really low this way. Um, the way that OKC played all season, um, if they were to lose a game 7 at the crib, would be to many considered a failure. Um, again, I think I want to say they have the youngest, if not like top 3 youngest roster in the league. I think their average age is like 23. And then for Indiana, I don't want to say playing with house money anymore because they have a chance to win a championship. When all you gotta do is win one more game. So I think for them, for Indiana, is just play with the same kind of intensity and pace that you play with in Game 6. Um, OKC is you just gotta you can't take any game for granted. You can't think that the team is just gonna go lay down and the team is just gonna give you the game because um, you're up 3-2 or whatever. Especially when you're about to go play them on the road. I think the way that they came out was a good start, but the way that they um, after that first 2 to 3 minutes, I think OKC played really poorly in terms of execution, intensity, attention to detail. They turned the ball over a ton, gave up a lot of open shots, didn't get back in transition. Everything that they could have done wrong, they did wrong um, in a game that they had a chance to win a championship. So if they end up losing this game tonight, they are going to be looking
All
at
right.
themselves in the mirror and saying, we really fumbled an opportunity to win a championship, and you don't know. Like we talked about this on the last episode, you don't know when you'll be able to get back to this moment. So um, for both teams, for both stars, for both role players, for both teams role players, this is the biggest game of your lives. Like you have to play like this is the absolute last game you're ever gonna play. When you got guys like TJ McConnell, Obi Toppin, Benedict Mathurin, Ben Shepherd playing the way that they've played throughout the playoffs and throughout this series. And then on the other side, you've got Cason Wallace, Caruso, Hartenstein, Aaron Wiggins, Kenrich Williams that have been playing the way that they've been playing all season and all series. So there's a lot of different things that could happen in this. There's a lot of different variables that could happen in this game. And in a game 7, it's literally like it could be you could lose this game because of Grant Williams. You could lose this game because of Gilgeous-Alexander. You could lose this game because of Luke Dort, or you could lose this game because of TJ McConnell. Like you really just don't know. And I'm saying Grant Williams because Grant Williams I think he hit 8 threes against Milwaukee in a game 7 a couple
Yeah.
years ago. So
Game 7 legends, man. It just takes one game. Got 48 minutes.
literally.
You got 48 minutes, bro. Like, we done seen championship games. We done seen mysterious things happen on the court. You know what I'm saying? Like, just
I mean, and sometimes stars don't even
expect
play
the
well in game
unexpected.
sevens. Like stars don't necessarily play the greatest in game sevens. Like they may make the late plays in the game, but
Yeah.
typically it's a low scoring game on both sides
Mm-hmm.
because both teams have played each other so long and know each other so well at that point. Like if you look at like game 7, 2010 with Boston and LA, Kobe didn't play good in that game at all. Like
No.
that's no disrespect at all. Like you can go back and watch the game. He did
And
not play good. He didn't
we're
shoot
not
well.
hopping on the Kobe disrespect train.
Right.
Everybody
No,
else
no,
has
it's
been
not.
this
It's not
week.
that at all. That's just
That's a fact, though.
that's just a fact. Like he just didn't play well in that game. Even in 2008, I want to say, I don't think they got to a game 7 in
Honestly,
2008, but I think
I think that was in
the
6.
game 6 is where Boston just didn't have it, and the Lakers just blew them out. So it's weird to see game 7 just because even I want to say like the Spurs and Heat game 7 wasn't as entertaining as the game 6 was
No.
for game in 2013.
Yeah.
Because game 6 had
Game 6
so
had
much
the
on the
moment.
line. It felt like everything was there. Like the Spurs literally had the championship in their hands, ended up losing it.
Yeah.
And then you're like, all right, how do you bounce back from that? Both teams were just dragging through water. It felt like dragging through water. And then LeBron finally hits that mid-range jumper over Kawhi.
The man LeBron
and
said they started
puts
bringing
them
out
up
the
4.
rope. He said, "Nuh-uh."
Well,
He started
I
bringing
ain't
out
gonna
the
say that.
rope.
I ain't gonna say that because that rope would have stayed out there for Ray Allen. So let's not.
No, I
Ain't
mean,
put
hey,
thought.
listen, the whole team
So
had to get together. You know, I mean, he was the lead on that team, and obviously, it takes one person to get everybody on board and like follow somebody's lead, somebody. But it's like I get it because it's like, I mean, I know Braun made plays on the stretch. Granted, we all know Ray Allen hit the shot to seal the deal or to bring him back into the game, but yeah, no, game 7s are. I mean,
even 2016
yeah,
wasn't a
yeah.
high scoring game, and they didn't
No,
score for 4 straight minutes before that Kyrie 3.
I'm about to say like when Kyrie hit the 3, I want to say it was like
It was tied
the
to
game was in
89
the
for a brick.
90s.
It was tied to 89 for a brick,
Yeah,
and
I want to say
then
when Kyrie hit that
Iguodala
shot, it
had
was
the
like
layup,
they
got
got
blocked.
92 points then.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
92-89, and that was like the first score in 3-4 minutes because
Mm-hmm.
it was just
Mm-hmm.
miss, block, miss, 3.
Yeah.
Like just insane.
Yeah. But yeah, no, definitely, man. This is where the stars are gonna have to step up though. I feel. I mean, obviously the attention is gonna be on them, but it's gonna be more so how they respond to the attention, how they respond to being in the limelight. I mean, the lights don't get no brighter than Game 7. There's been a lot of talk in these playoffs about who's a superstar and who's not a superstar. Tyrese Halliburton, it's your time to shine, my boy. You help them boys in that Game 6, and I ain't gonna lie. The way they shaped Tyrese Halliburton's injury, because like in the playoffs or in the finals, whatever, you don't really hear about injuries until after the fact. Like LeBron played on a broken or sprained wrist or whatever in one of his final series, and that wasn't
It was
mentioned
the
until
end of
after
the
the fact.
16 series. I want to
Yeah,
say no,
and that wasn't
17,
mentioned until
17.
afterwards, right?
Yeah.
Like Asia Wilson when they won their first chip, she had a cast
Mhm.
on after that. At the parade, played through injury. Like other teams, like they don't disclose injury because. I mean, I would think it's for a couple reasons because other team would just hunt them and go after them and try to like
Which they
tackle
kind
that
of did do,
weakness. But
surprisingly.
I felt like with how they framed this Tyrese injury, it was like it felt like it was over. And it felt like he wouldn't be playing in the game 6. But it got announced that he's playing in the game 6. It was like, oh. And he played relatively well. I mean, he only had 14 points, five assists, but He
That's all he
made,
needed. They just need him to be on the court for real, for real.
yeah, really. Pascal had a good game. I think the important thing for the Pacers is their role players. Their role players step up when it's time to step up. TJ McConnell steps up. Ben Mathurin steps up.
Shout out TJ McConnell,
Shout
man.
out TJ
Shout out Pops
McConnell,
too.
man.
You see Pops on NBA TV, man?
Dog.
He was up there cutting up. He was up there having the time of his life, man. CJ was just like, bro. Like they was like, oh, you coached him harder than the daughter, than the sister. He's like,
Yeah.
no, that's not true. She went undefeated and won the championship. He went undefeated and lost the last game. That's on him. I was like,
Yeah.
dang. I was like, that sounds like somebody dead for real.
Not for real, for real. But
That
nah.
was
And then
hilarious.
I'll say in a sense of Oklahoma, OKC, the focal point I don't say has been on, but the one player that has been the deciding factor in a lot of these games has been Chet Holmgren. Like we mentioned, he had 4 points in that game four. I mean that game six.
He scored the first 2 points of the game.
Yeah, like I
Took
said, they
Miles Turner
had a
off this
good listen.
little
They
spin lay.
they
I was like,
had
oh, we here.
listen. That first quarter had me thinking it was over. Like I was like, all right, yeah, like yeah, it was raps, but no. Pacers like, no, we at the crib. And that was a big factor too, I think. Pacers being back at home on home soil, I believe helped them in this game. But I would say as far as this game goes, definitely gonna be defensive minded, definitely gonna be defense heavy, defense win championships. All right. So I mean y'all know that saying.
That's crazy coming from you.
I'm not the one that ever denied that.
Mr. 30 is 30.
That's regular season talk.
Oh, okay. I see that.
We talking game 7. What can you do for me in this game 7? I don't need a 30 for 30 performance. I mean, yeah, I need a 30 ball, but I need that 30 on like 14 shots.
Sheesh. You must got Paige Beckers on your team or Kawhi or something.
Just like I need like I don't know, it's type of performance, man.
I'm not expecting efficiency.
Honestly, I don't want to just go out there and throw such got a legendary performance. I mean, it's a legacy game for everybody involved. All right, it's a legacy game, but I say more so. I want to know how each team responds or how each team
handles this situation.
Yeah, like what their game plan is, you know?
Yeah.
I
Pacers haven't played a game 7 yet this series or this playoffs.
Yeah,
OKC
I
played
feel
one.
like Indiana got to attack the paint. I feel like that's the not really like a deciding factor, but I feel like they kind of have an edge there.
Get into the paint at least.
Yeah, because they kind of have an edge there, just slightly. I feel like they got the experience in Siakam, who's been there. Need Miles Turner to
see. He could be one of the ones coming hit
like
6, 7 threes, and it'll
right. It's just unpredictable. It's like, bro, like
anybody want to see that.
It depends who's showing up to the plate tonight, man. It's like,
come on, Chet. This is the game, bro. It's gotta be. Bro.
It has to. And I'm talking on both ends of the floor.
Series.
I'm talking on both ends of the floor. It has to.
Chet, like, come on, brother.
Chet has to be dominant, bro.
Brother. You can't put the Dewey on and then I show up in the finals, brother. No.
Come on, man. No more oxtail for you if you don't pull up.
That's crazy.
No more oxtail, cornbread. None of that, man. You going back to green bean casserole if you don't show up to play tonight, bro.
That's OD. Take green bean casserole.
Come on, man. You listen, bro.
That's crazy.
You going back to Chile.
Dang. He from Minnesota, ain't he?
Yeah. But
what's Minnesota known for?
I don't know what Minnesota's known for. Being cold and Target.
That's facts. So in this series so far, he got 6.6 rebounds in game 1, 15.6 rebounds game 2, 20 and 10 in game 3, 14 and 15 in game 4, 9 and 11 in game 5, and then 4 and 6 in game 6. He's averaging 11 points, 9 rebounds, 1 block on 35 11, 94 splits. He's shooting really well from the free throw line. Everything else, he's not shooting well at all.
Yeah,
Not shooting well at the rim. Not shooting well from three. Um, this got to be the game. This has
got
to be
to
the
be.
game.
It has.
Has to
It
be.
ain't no other game for it to be. Ain't no game 8.
That's facts.
It's
That's
got
facts.
game 5.
Yeah.
I'm not game 5. You got game 7. I don't know why I said game 5. You got game. Oh man, I'm watching W on this. But
I think Shea gonna go stupid though.
Shea has to. Shea has to. Like, it's his time to shine. Like, I mean, it's gonna come down to who wants it more.
If Shea wins this and wins the Finals MVP, is he the face of the league?
Oh yeah, I mean, I'll say so. I mean, they're gonna give him the crown. They're gonna give him the crown of best in the world. Like, I'm just
If Shea
saying,
win, he the best in the world.
they listen. I'm saying Shea win tonight, win Finals MVP tonight on a 30 ball.
Now,
Don't
if
let
he
that
goes
30.
stupid
Don't
tonight,
don't
he
let
take
that
the
30 ball
title.
be like 36, 37 now, close to 40.
Yeah, if he goes stupid tonight, he might take that title.
Yeah,
Because Jokic is 2 years removed from your championship game.
yeah,
Just saying. And Jokic is my guy. Like I still
yes.
got Jokic #1. But if Shea goes stupid tonight, get that chip.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a slight edge right there. Just
Mm-hmm.
this.
And because of who he beat on the way to it, he beat
He beat Jokic.
he beat Jokic.
Yeah.
He beat Ja, who was considered in his era. He beat Ant, who's considered in his era. And he's beating the Pacers, who Tyrese Halliburton is a player in his era. Like, he's the guy leader of the new school. Now, reason why I don't know, I'll say it's funny because we talk about this new generation of players, and Jason Tatum didn't get the love or respect for winning the chip
Facts.
last year. Jaylen Brown won the Finals MVP last year in that series. Jaylen Brown did have a better series than Jason Tatum, I'll say that. And
Numbers wise,
numbers wise, yes.
not impact.
No. But because of that, and because of the accolades, and because of how Jaylen Brown got the Finals MVP, it just wasn't respected, and it wasn't like Jason Tatum was put in those type of talks of being face of the league, of being leader in new school, whatever. So it's just a little different. But I'll say that the same. Shea Gilgeous has a chance to have that kind of case like definitive now, or have a more definitive case for doing so,
Yeah.
because got the MVP, Finals MVP in the same season,
Yeah.
whereas Jason
Because you
Tatum
got to
didn't
set
get
yourself
either.
apart from your peers
Yes,
to be considered face of the league.
yes,
You know, he's in a bunch of commercials. He's a face of Canada. When they're gonna market the NBA versus World All-Star game, the top two guys that they're gonna show is Shea and Jokic.
yep.
And Jokic is a guy that I wouldn't say isn't marketable, but doesn't want to be marketed.
They're
Shea
probably
is
more so
incredibly
lean
marketable when it comes to
towards
social
Luka.
media. Shea doesn't do anything crazy.
No,
Off the court, he's
he
great
just
on the
throws on
court. Never
fits,
gets in
has
any,
good Instagram
scuffles or
captions,
anything like that.
and appeared in Drake's last video.
Okay, see, I didn't know
No,
that.
you was talking about Canada and stuff, and I'm like, yo, that's a part of Canada. Like, did you watch the Nokia video?
No, I don't watch music
Okay, the
videos
Nokia
until
video
first
was
2025.
you know how the Not Like Us video was basically like an ode to LA.
I didn't watch that either, but yes.
All right, anyways. So it's like,
I know DeMar DeRozan and Westbrook were in it. I'm pretty sure.
yeah. DeMar was in
Yeah,
it.
I know they were in
Yeah,
it.
and I mean, obviously because he name dropped them in the song, but
Yeah,
yeah, he appeared in the video, and it's like, not saying Drake's response wasn't a Nokia video, but it kind of was, because it was very like homegrown. It was very like, oh, I'm a showcase my city, whatever, a little more. Like, we doing the thing, whatever, right? And it's like, I feel like parts of that album was like a homegrown album too, like a lot of Toronto references between him and Party, and so this song being one of those. and there's just a bunch of references, a bunch of callbacks to different parts of Toronto, whatever. Shea, he's from Toronto, um, and it's like him being posted in the video for like even that split couple seconds was important. And part of the reason why he chose Shea and not Corey Joseph because of who Shea Gilgeous is.
You said Corey Joseph, like it's not mad Canadian players in the league.
Well, the reason he chose Shea and not Andrew Nimhard.
Or Jamal Murray or Dylan Brooks. I
It's
mean,
a
Patrick
Dylan
McGinnis.
Brooks be the last person he choosing.
That's crazy.
You know
He
the
had
lore
to make it
behind
that
that?
day. Behind Dylan Brooks and Drake?
Yeah.
No.
Dylan Brooks is dating Drake's ex.
I had no idea.
Anyways,
Who's Drake's
back
ex?
to basketball talk. Back to actual hoop talk, man. If you were to put a guess, who do you think would be the impact maker for each team tonight? Or the impact player, I should say, for each team tonight.
For the Pacers, I think it's still TJ McConnell. I don't think they're going to like hunt him. And I don't want to say hunt him like hunt him on offense. Like I don't think they're gonna gear their strategy towards him anymore. Like they're still gonna try to make them just like, hey, if he makes shots, he makes shots.
Yeah,
But he's still gonna be a terror, I feel like, on the court, both offensively and defensively.
yeah,
I don't know if he has the same production as he had last game, but I think he can have the same kind of impact. Just because we still don't know what Tyrese Halliburton's health is like. They said before they said before game 6, if it was a regular season game, he wouldn't have played for a few weeks. So um, I don't want to say like, hey, Tyrese Halliburton, like it's on you because he's obviously hampered. Siakam, like I feel like they are going to try to make sure that like if there's one guy that they try to slow down, it's going to be Siakam. Like if Halliburton is going to try to beat you off one leg, so be it. But you got Siakam here. You try to slow him down. You funnel everything else, make the other teams make shots. But you say that, but they've done that 3 times and won the game. So I would say either this feels like either a TJ McConnell or a Benedict Mathurin game.
yeah,
And then for the Thunder, I think it's J Dub or Caruso. Because Caruso has had some really good games this series. When he has a good game, they typically win. J Dub, game 5, had a 40-point game. I don't know if he'll have another 40-point game, but I think his impact and what he could do potentially should be at the level that they need it. And if he's playing at the level that he's capable of playing at all NBA level, this game may not even be close because you're assuming you're going to get what you're going to get from Shaq, which
yeah,
is close to 30 points efficiently. He's going to, you know, have 7 to 8 assists, 5 to 6 rebounds, and then you're hoping that you get what you need from Chet this game. Like I'm not gonna say Chet because I don't know for sure that I'm gonna get that. I know from what we've seen this series, I know what I'm gonna get from McConnell. I know what I'm gonna get from J Dub. That's why I feel like those two are the guys that you're looking at for both teams because while Nemhard has been really good throughout the series, Neesmith hasn't been as great as he was in the Knicks series. TJ McConnell has been put into multiple games and like flip the switch of the game, flip the momentum of the game. And if he's able to do that in OKC, there's no telling what could happen in the game.
yeah. No, I wholeheartedly agree, man. For me, um, I think it's on the wings for both teams. Like you mentioned, Ben Mathurin off the bench, TJ McConnell off the bench. I think Obi Toppin would be very important on both sides of the ball here. I feel like he has a chance to have a great game, and it's on him to kind of limit what J Dub does, limit what Chet does, like on those switches. Just defensively, I feel he has an important task along with Pascal Siakam, protecting the paint. I'm wondering how the officiating is going to be, bro. Like that's going to be a major factor in this game. Based
Yeah.
on, I mean, we all know the conversation around Shea Gilgeous, but at the same time, I don't say Tyrese gets to the line a good bit, but I mean, it'll just be it's just a matter of how the officiating, like what goes on with the officiating in this game. Um, it'll be important, but I'll say an impact player for the Thunder will be Alex Caruso. I feel like he'll be able to set the tone like he's continue to do in this series defensively. Between him and Lou Dort, if they're able to get Tyrese Halliburton like kind of frazzled and get him out of his game and get him out of rhythm, then they can very easily control this game. Um, so I'm definitely thinking that that's how they're going to attack and address him and his role and him and his play. Um, and then on top of that, um, as you mentioned, Chet Holmgren. His play is important. His play is huge. I mean, this is the moment that you guys have been building towards. You know, this is the moment. This is what they've been rebuilding and building around and building for, and having you be a key piece. Like it's time for you to rise to the occasion, my boy. So I don't know, man. I'm leaning towards the Thunder in this one though. With their defensive capabilities and their offensive skill level, I feel if they're able to get out and control the game early, knowing that the Pacers are the comeback kids, but if they're able to remain consistent and keep the pedal to the floor, it'll be orange and blue confetti on the floor.
Bar right there.
Come on now, you know I had to. I had to. It was too easy. It was too easy. I gotta take the lane whenever I
It's
get it.
too easy.
Yeah.
All right, bro. Hold on. Why are you wearing that dark blue and I'm wearing this dark red? I just realized what's going on.
I don't know. And we on opposite sides of the screen too.
Hold on now. What's going on?
Hey, Peter told me don't set tripping on Sunday. Let me stop.
Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy work. That is crazy work.
A little bit of schoolboy Q there, but yeah, no. What do you think though? What's your outlook on this game? What is your prediction?
I gotta stick with what I had. Even though
Yeah.
it's not a game, it's not over in six. I gotta stick with the Thunder. But I think I've picked against the Pacers like every series outside of the first one
Mm.
where they play.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did.
Who they play in the
If I can
first
remember
round?
correctly, I'm pretty sure you did.
Milwaukee. Pick them against Milwaukee.
I think we
But
both had them against
everyone
Milwaukee.
picked the Cavs,
I think.
and then
Did
I
I
picked
pick
the
the
Knicks. I
Cavs?
think you picked the Pacers. I feel like everyone picked the Cavs. I don't even know if we really like gave predictions for that series because we just
Nah.
assumed.
Yeah.
Because I remember us saying in the playoffs like it's gonna be Boston and Cleveland, and we were like pretty adamant that it was gonna be Boston and Cleveland.
Yeah, and then Boston and Cleveland
Um,
proceeded to lose in
and
that
then
round.
both lost. And then I think I took the Knicks, you took the Pacers.
Of course.
Um, and I've taken OKC. I want to say I've taken OKC in
We
every
both had
series, but
OKC in
I
6. We said OKC in 6, but really in 5. And then the series has gone the way it's gone.
yeah, I was more so thinking of like the West Conference. Like I know I took them in the first round, but I can't remember who I took in Game 7 between
Oh, between them
OKC and
and
Denver. I think I took
Denver.
OKC.
I said, I don't know if we covered that game
Um,
7. Not like directly, at least.
like no, I don't think we had like a preview for it, but I
No.
feel like we had a pod before it
Yeah, definitely
because
did.
we didn't know how Aaron Gordon was going to play
Yup.
because he had hurt himself the game before.
I say all them boys was
Um,
injured, banged up.
so yeah, and then I had him against Minnesota. So I'm gonna stick with OKC. They've been the best team in the league all season, in my opinion. This is this is their best chance, obviously, because they're in the finals already and they have one game away from winning it. But this is absolutely their best chance. This is Shea's best chance to stamp his name in history. Just because, like I said a couple weeks ago, or maybe it was last week, these other young players, teams are building around these teams or these young players way quicker than before. the Spurs are already trying to build around Wemby. The Rockets just went and traded for KD. Uh, the Minnesota Timberwolves are trying to figure out what they want to do around Ant. Like, you
They
still
only
got
got KD for
Steph Curry
nothing.
and them out in Golden State. Um, Luca went to the Lakers. So like the West is always loaded.
Yeah.
Jokic is still out there. The West is always loaded, and you still don't even know what it's going to look like because it's June and we're already getting these trades. I don't ever remember getting these kinds of trades in June, but hey. Um, so I'm gonna say OKC. I'm not. I wouldn't definitely not putting it past the Pacers to go into OKC at this point and win the series because they've done it this long. I just hope we get a really good game. I know I don't remember who it was. Maybe it's someone else I was talking to. It was like, imagine end of the game, Tyrese Halliburton hits the game winner in the game 7, and I was like, bro, he do that.
Tyrese hit a game winner in game
He's
7.
etched in stone, bro.
I
He is
don't want to hear
etched in
none by anybody saying
stone.
he's not a superstar.
Greatest
That man
greatest
rose to the
championship run
occasion.
ever.
Listen, that man
Not trying to
would
be
have
nasty.
rise to the occasion in every single series if he does so.
Yeah. He would have a game winner in each one.
Well, he already does.
Well, he already does, but he'd have
Yeah.
like 2 in the finals.
2 in the
1 in
finals.
game
Like, that's
7, which would
insane.
be crazy. There's
Ain't
no
nobody
way.
got that much luck in
There's
the
no way.
world.
There's no way.
It's to the point where it's not
There's
like a
just no
skill.
way, bro.
Like,
But at the same time, like he'd been doing it all season. So
he was doing it all season.
like it's not it wouldn't even be
He had
surprising.
one
Like it
last
would
playoffs
be, but
too.
it wouldn't be. Like, nah. But nah, I can't. In OKC, I can't pick against OKC. I just can't.
Yeah,
There's
I'm
just no
leaning
way.
towards. I think I got okay. Like, this has been the thing I've been like kind of fighting with all night. Not all night, all like weekend leading up into this. So it's like I like OKC chances at the crib. You know,
Mhm.
like they got one of the best home environments. They got one of the best players in the league, arguably the best player in the league. Um, got the MVP, and it's like just everything is in their favor.
It's a fact.
So I'm picking OKC, but I'm picking OKC. I don't think it'll be more than a 10-point game. I think the spread might be what, 9.5.
They doing that again?
Hold on,
They
let me
setting
look. Let
OKC
me
up,
look, bro.
man.
Let me
This got
look,
to be
bro.
some kind of jinxing. Why do they keep
Let's
doing that?
see. Oh no, line is OKC 7.5.
That's wild. What are we doing? Are they watching the games?
7.5 is insane, bro. I
They
think I don't know.
jinxing
I
OKC
think
at this point. They're trying to
yeah.
make it. They're trying to make it a narrative like it's the craziest win in finals history.
I'll say they've
No,
never been favored in any game. I don't think the
but
Pacers have been favored in any game.
even then, the line has been crazy. They've had the line where
But I'd
OKC
say the
is
line
blowing
was
them
what,
out
nine
every
and a half
game.
last game.
They've had it where OKC is blowing them out every game. What are we doing? Not one is -5, -4, minus like no close games at all. They tweaking.
Line was
Now
five
I
and a
say
half
that and now
last
watch
game.
OKC go and blow them out, but still,
Line was 5.5 last game. 8.5
I
game
think they
before
changed
that.
that.
I'm about to say I'm pretty sure line was bigger
They
for
changed
game
that game 6
6.
line because when we talked about it, it was definitely bigger.
It was.
They
But
probably gonna
hey,
do it
seven
again
and a half point,
close to 8 o'clock.
7.5 line. This line. Over under is 214, so it'll be a lower scoring game.
Yeah, I got OKC. I can't go
Yeah,
against it.
I'll say OKC by no more than I'll say by no more than 6.
Not mad at that.
So hey, Pacers spread
Not mad at that.
might be a good play.
Might be.
But yeah, man, there you have it. NBA Finals Game 7 preview. Provided by the Hoodie and Headband podcast show. Y'all know where to go for Mo. You see, I'm just in a rapping mood today. But yeah, nah, I don't know. There's definitely something in the air though. Like, cause I feel the same kind of nervousness in a sense of like just as a basketball fan, not a fan of either team now, but it's just something in the air. I'm just like, no, we got a game 7
Yeah,
tonight. I
yeah.
pray it
This feels
delivers.
like a can't miss moment. Like I don't know
Yeah.
what is telling me this. Like I'm not laying down at all because if I fall asleep and I miss something crazy, I'm
Listen,
not talking to nobody
um,
for a week.
yeah, no, I feel like I'm gonna be in a place where I can't sit down. Like I gotta be somewhere where I'm actively like watching this game with people, you know?
Mm,
So
yeah,
yeah, this is like one of those type of games. You gotta be in a certain environment, you know? Like, I don't know. Like this reminds me of the time I went to go and watch Duke versus North Carolina in the Final Four. Like I had to be somewhere to watch that. I couldn't sit at the crib and watch that. Probably should have sat in the crib and watched that. But
I can't think of
yeah.
like any like crazy moments like that I've seen in sports that I haven't almost always witnessed by myself, which is crazy.
Mm. It's
Like
different when you witness it.
the
Like
2016 Game 7, I think Lil was watching with me,
I say, I watched that with my parents,
but almost everything
but
else,
I
like
was
besides
also in
like
high school. Like,
up
where
until
was
like
I going?
2008,
Yeah,
I think 2008 on, I really started watching everything by myself, or like
yeah.
just watching everything on my own because like everybody else didn't watch it or whatever. Now I will say like from like the Heat run from like 11 to 14, I did watch with my family because my family was, or some of my family was D-Wade fans too. So um, I definitely watched 2011 at my boy Dre's house and ended up leaving Game 6 because I was hot. I was pissed. Didn't want to talk to nobody, bro. Because that's the year we lost to Dallas. Braun had pissed me off. And they was like, oh, where you going?
But
Where you
can't he
going?
stop Jason Terry?
Bro.
Magic Johnson forever crazy for that bar, dog.
But was he wrong though?
He was not wrong. That's the
That's
thing.
the problem.
And that's the thing,
That's the
bro. These
problem.
finals, I'll say another thing before we get out of here. I'll say these finals. I don't, it's not. I mean, I know we talked about his missing his pizzazz, his aura, whatever, with certain things, and they've kind of just been responding more so than like, all right, like they put the CGI Larry O'Brien's on the court. They brought back the player intros, which I had no idea they stopped doing that. I just was, I don't know,
I
just
did. I knew.
like,
Because it would piss me off because it would go from ad to the game. And I'd be
yeah.
like, we ain't see, like they ain't
And it
do
just
like
was
they used to
like,
even show the Taco Bell starting lineups. They don't even do that shit no more.
no,
Like they would show like they had a lineup graphic at the bottom, like
that's
going
it.
into the tip off, and that's
Yeah,
really all they do.
yeah.
And I'm
Like real quick before they go to the tip off.
yes. Like, well,
Um,
I need
I
somebody
miss Van
narrating the
Gundy
intro,
and
going into the intros, and
yeah,
we there.
I miss Van Gundy and Mark Jackson on the call. I miss it.
I think that's just nostalgia talking because when they was there, it
That's
was
that's
really good
definitely
too.
nostalgia talking because I mean I remember like the 2014 NBA Finals watching at my grandma's house and hearing Mark Jackson go, "Mama, there goes that man,"
Over and over and over
and
because
that was like
San
our
Antonio
favorite
didn't
thing in
miss.
the house was that like
Hated them that
we
year.
just kept saying that like every time we just like just kind of trip because it was so funny but it was so real. It's like there go that man again, like dropping 30,
No,
getting buckets,
no.
and that's when like the world woke up and got introduced to Kawhi Leonard for real. So that had a different magnitude towards it. It was like, Mama, there goes that man.
Yeah, I'm hating. So what?
Yeah, and of
Team
course,
didn't win in 2014.
2016. With all due respect,
No, that was crazy. They was talking about Rihanna walking on the sideline. Big game. What are we doing?
yeah. I
Like,
say
oh my
Van
God,
Gundy wasn't clean either.
Rihanna just walked by. I said, all right,
Van
bro.
Gundy ain't clean
All right,
either.
bro. During the finals, bro, I think that might have been like 2017 because I think KD was on the court when
It
he
had to
was
be
like,
one of those Warriors
he's
finals.
like, the biggest star just walked in the building. He said,
Yeah,
I never
Rihanna
been so
fresh off an
starstruck.
anti.
Rihanna just walked by. I said, all right. I said, yo, guess
Bro, Van
somebody
Gundy
get
and
Van
Mark
Gundy out of
Jackson
here,
on the
bro.
call, bro. Like them boys, like that's an underrated duo of sorts.
Yeah, they might bring him back. Oh no, Jeff ain't got any coaching. I lied.
I
Never
said
mind.
he coaching with the
I wouldn't say for
Clips.
ESPN, but like maybe. Oh wow, the
What?
Thunder already have their championship parade buses prepped.
Oh,
Rick Carlos said, "I just saw a bus that's probably going to go viral. Of some buses for the parade that are already painted. That's all I'm thinking about right now." Oh, does that make you change your mind at all? Bulletin board material.
that's
They already
Baltimore
got their
material, bro.
buses. They already got their buses ready for the parade. How you feel about that if you Indiana?
Yo,
Does
if
that
I'm
make
Indiana,
you
I'm
change
trying
your
to kill
mind?
the parade, bro. Listen, no, that's giving me all the
Are you
energy
going in wearing
that
all
to try
black?
and kill the parade. I'm not wearing all black. Like, no, I'm putting on my Sunday's best. I'm pulling up like I'm
Hallie
going
got to
to
walk
going to
in
win a
wearing
championship.
Hallie got to walk in wearing
What Balenciaga,
no hell no.
Prada?
No. I'm trying to think of a wrestler. Uh trying to think of somebody that's like goaded, like get to get to this
like
moment. You're not
like
losing type.
like
I was gonna say Undertaker, but
maybe
he lost at WrestleMania.
no, I was about to say like some like a Rock Versace shirt or the shades, the Versace shades.
Rock Versace shirt might be tough. I'm not gonna lie. That
I
might
think
be
Hallie could pull it off too.
that might be it.
He has to look to pull it off.
That might be it. But yeah, that is interesting that they didn't really hide that from the Pacers, or at least the coach.
Yeah, no,
But
that's wild.
I don't know if that'll play too big of a part. But I know if Indiana wins, that's gonna play a huge part. Like if Indiana wins, that's gonna be one of the first things they talk about. Like shout out to OKC. You
Oh
know
yeah, you know
they
Hallie
showed
gonna
us
bring
that
it up.
we saw they buses.
You know
Yeah, we
Hallie
just
gonna bring it
you
up.
know what? We can let them get on them buses. Like all right, bro. Oh man. Oh man, bro. If Shea, how many captains do you think Shea has ready for the end of this game?
I think he has one for this moment.
Just one.
Just one for this moment. There's gonna be some like I don't know, like that man gonna
I
jump in
think he
the
got like three in the tuck,
he
and then
got a
depending on what
verse.
he's
He
feeling,
might.
he'll
I
use
say
it.
that he might have a verse. Okay, like, like we might hear a trophies remix with him and Drake.
Mm, that'd be crazy.
We might hear a trophies remix with him and Drake, or you
Big
might
rings
hear
remix,
Big Rings. Yeah, one of those two.
or a new what was it? What was the 2019 when he dropped Money in the Grave and on Mersha? What was
Oh
that
yeah, the
thing called?
championship pack.
Yeah, he might drop another one of those, even though it's not the Raptors,
Man,
just for shit.
bro might drop 11 p.m. in OKC. Cause you know the game probably gonna end around like 11:30.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's the one thing, bro. Um,
Game started at 8, and it's like some of these games have
so
been like 2 hours, but these finals games, till 11:30,
be
12 o'clock. Like some
they be
movie for real.
pacing them. I'll be like, y'all moving quick, but the game not. But nah, I got OKC.
Oh, they got pregame pressure? I'm trying to see the story. Oh my gosh. I just want to watch this story because I'm trying to see what. Okay. There we He wearing jeans, black Pacers varsity jacket. So he on business. On some
Standing on.
strictly business. Is it not clocking to you that I'm saying on business? Oh man.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
But yeah, how
Nope.
he made his entrance looks like Gilgeous. They got similar fits on, like similar vibes. Both on some strictly business though. Like you could tell it's not like a lavish outfit, real minimum on the tones, and it's just straight to the point. It's like, look, we here for a reason.
You know why we here.
Exactly. Let's get this done.
You know why I'm here. Where the Marshawn Lynch.
Word to Marshawn. But yeah, man, I can't wait for this game 7, bro. About to go get ready for it. Mentally prepared.
He getting ready for it. That boy, he got to play. He finna suit up. He about to go get his OKC warm ups on.
Oh man,
I gotta go get ready. Like he checking in. Don't let us see like Bryce instead of like Mike. We watching the game. I'm like, I know that ain't who I think it is. It's that what's his name? Leonardo DiCaprio meme.
Oh, where he's like
looking at the TV like, I know that ain't Bryce.
Wait. Yeah. Who knows, man?
Like he said he had to get ready. That man was lying. That man is in the game.
Oh man.
You get against him so quick, man.
Suit up. Corner specialist, dog. Hey, I will sit on that corner. Do not listen. Do not expect me to make no cuts. If I'm in NBA, I'm sitting on the corner. All right, I'm corner. Let it fly.
PJ Tucker.
Yeah. Come on now, 5 threes.
5 threes.
You ever seen that video be hitting? He's like, PJ Tucker today only 5 threes.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. They was like, yeah, you gonna get us kicked. You gonna get us kicked off the thing. That was crazy. That was nasty work.
But yeah, man. I ain't got nothing else to say. Not really. 8 o'clock live on ABC. I'm ready for it, bro.
Yeah.
Dang, just like that, NBA season's over, bro. I remember NBA season just started.
Crazy.
It's crazy. Just October. Now it's June.
It's been a long ass season though. I can't act like it.
It
ain't been taking forever because it's been a long season.
Like June 22nd. Like we almost in July. Draft Wednesday.
We almost in July.
Draft Wednesday.
No, we really are almost in July. Like, yeah, that's crazy.
Draft is Wednesday, summer league in a couple weeks.
Bro, Commissioner's Cup in like a week.
Time is moving too fast, bro. Summer just started and it's about to end.
Bro, 2025 almost over already.
Summer just started and it's about to end.
Hey,
summer started Friday.
I'm not complaining. Because this summer, I'm good on it. Not summer weather, just summer camp. I'm over it already.
Yeah.
And it just started last week. Ready to be done.
That's crazy, man. But anyways, enough rambling. Thank y'all for tuning into this Game 7 preview between Oklahoma City Thunder and the Indiana Pacers. We'll be locked in. Hopefully, y'all be locked in as well. And be back on Tuesday to talk about it all here on the Most Social Media YouTube channel. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We got a good episode for y'all coming up, man. We got draft talk. We got things happening in the W. We got Commissioner's Cup preview a little more in depth. Got a lot to talk about Tuesday, man. We got the championship. Got Katie to the Rockets. Houston, y'all have a problem.
Houston, y'all have a problem. It's crazy. Houston, y'all have a problem. It's crazy.
Yeah, lots to discuss on this upcoming episode. But yeah, thank you for tuning in once again, as always.
Appreciate y'all.